And we're going to check in with Nastassia, who is downstairs at the expo and has been checking out the second track. So Nastassia, there you are. How's the vibe down there?
Everything is great. It's still buzzing, a little bit of people around, and they actually should be upstairs with you, but I don't mind the crowd. It's absolutely fine. And I did mention that there's some stands you should be visiting that have a whole lot of innovative gadgets that you can check around. And the one that caught my attention is a company called EDIT Microsystems. They're doing some really, really great stuff, but we're going to be talking about one of their gadgets that they've put together. And by the way, you may spot Milo in the background. Don't mind. You can come downstairs at the next break to come interact with him, get to know him a little bit better. And I promise, Jeffrey, he's not going to take your job between today and tomorrow.
Future co-host.
Exactly. So I want to introduce you to Pieter Labuskaghner, who is the MD of EDIT Microsystems. Pieter, thank you so much for your time.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Tell me about eSight. What exactly does it do?
Well, I would like to introduce Gustav. He's the youngest user of eSight in South Africa, or in Africa. We've been fundraising for him now for nearly 6 months, and we couldn't stand it anymore, so we're actually going to hand over his own eSight today. So maybe Elske is his mother. She's been very, very active in fundraising. So maybe just tell what is the situation with Gustav.
Hi everybody. Gustav was diagnosed with retinoblastoma when he was 6 weeks old. It's a childhood cancer of the eye. He lost his one eye at about 8 weeks old, and then about 2 months later they found tumors in the other eye. So he's been through chemotherapy, through radiation, through you name it. We're very happy that we're not fighting for his life anymore. So he's been clean about 6 months, but we're still fighting for his sight. So he's got radiation retinopathy, which is a cause of the radiation that he had. And he still gets an injection in his eye every month. And his vision ranges between about 16 to 18%, depending on lots of things. So he is still in mainstream school, but he's got many challenges with reading and seeing on the board, which has a major impact on his performance, of course. So we heard about the eSight in January. My sister-in-law lives in Australia, and she heard it from her mom who visited somebody in Spain, so it's come quite a long way. The first demo unit arrived in Gauteng in March, and he went for a demo, and it seemed like it really would change his life. So we've been fundraising since then, and he'd be able to stay in mainstream school. He'd be able to actually read his textbooks, see on the board, and he'd be able to stay in mainstream school and actually become what he wants to be one day. So this is awesome technology.
People often mistaken that for VR glasses. It's not that. He's been playing with Milo, our robot for autism. He's been playing with our other coding. And I do think anybody that could assist us with fundraising, we've got at least 8 more children, similar to Gustav, who's desperately looking for fundraising. Thank you very much.
That's fantastic. So if you want to come downstairs, have a chat with Pieter, get to know Milo, and obviously you want to play around with the gadgets that they have, you're more than welcome to do so. But do that during the break, because we still have some exciting talks. And Jeffrey, you may remember in the beginning of the show, we were talking about exponential technologies. It's all about having an impact on people, and we're seeing it happen right here. This is the kind of technology I was talking about happening right here on the continent. But we're going to get into some next sessions, and we're going to talk about digital biology and how we can program Africa from the inside out with Dr. Tiffany Vora. And then we move on and have a discussion about how aging in Africa and HIV is more or less the same. We'll have that with Aubrey de Grey, and then we'll look to having a conversation about future-proofing meat. All of that and more is coming up with Mark Post, so enjoy.
Thank you so much, Nastassia. I want to see if we can link in to Nastassia and see where she is, what she's up to, and what it means for us. Nastassia, you're outside.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello.
Hi there. So I'm on the track, so we're getting ready for takeoff, and this time it doesn't involve planes. You saw him yesterday, Richard Browning, our very own Iron Man, is preparing to take off and show us what he can do. Everybody is encouraged to come downstairs and have a look. Ushers will be around to give you some earplugs because it's going to get really, really loud. So everybody should come down, have a look. And also just on the side, Jamie Wheel and Ramirez Nam will be doing some book signings as well. And I do understand that during the second break, we can expect, there'll be a giveaway at the one of the stands, the SAP stand that is, they're going to be giving away some Bose headphones. So if you want to get your hands on that, come through during the second break. But right now, make your way down, come and see what Richard Browning has to offer.
Awesome. So the